A town's memory is the first thing to die in Derry. It doesn't just forget its victims, it actively buries them, paving over its horrors with lies and false confessions. But in the soil, in the rusted relics of past massacres, the truth is waiting to be dug up, and the military is starting to listen. The new title sequence is a lie wrapped in a cartoon, a cheerful, upbeat melody playing over the animated history of Derry's damnation. It's not just an intro, it's a confession. We see the Bradley Gang massacre of 1929, where a clown was seen amidst the violence. We see the Kitchener Ironworks fire on Easter Sunday, a tragedy that should never have happened, where 102 people, 88 of them children, simply vanished from the face of the earth. These aren't random tragedies. They are feeding frenzies, landmarks on a map of consumption. The sequence shows us the town's nervous system in vivid color. The sewer grate, the kissing bridge, the cursed Keen's pharmacy, the Juniper Hill asylum looming on the hill. This is the story Welcome to Derry is telling, not just about one monster, but about the cyclical, hungry nature of the town itself. The entity and Derry are a single symbiotic organism. The town provides the fear, the cover-ups, the apathy. Look at Charlotte seeing a boy bullied while everyone else mutters, "Boys will be boys." That's not just ignorance. That's the town's immune system suppressing the truth. And in return for this service, it allows Derry to thrive, but only so long as the feeding continues. The moment it is weakened, as we know from the novel, the entire town physically collapses. The water mains burst, the streets buckle. Derry is a parasite host, and it dies with its parasite. This episode introduces us to the heart of the Hanlon family, and it's a heart under immense strain. The arrival of Charlotte and Will from Shreveport isn't just a reunion, it's a relocation born from the same kind of fear that plagues Derry, just a human one. Charlotte was involved in the civil rights movement, and a brick through their car window was the price. Now they're in a town with a different, more ancient kind of bigotry. Leroy, the war hero, is a man disconnected from his wife, whom he lies to about his assault, and from his son, whose intellectual curiosity clashes with his own rugged demeanor. The telescope, a gift Charlotte bought on Leroy's behalf, is a symbol of that distance. Will looks to the stars while Leroy is being pulled into the darkness deep beneath the earth. And those burn scars on Leroy's arm are a silent testament to a past trauma, likely from Korea, that has now made him a prime candidate for General Shaw's monstrous project. He is being recruited precisely because he is broken, because his damaged amygdala might allow him to bypass the very fear that it weaponizes. He is being groomed to walk into hell because he might not feel the heat. The mystery of the gas-masked men deepens, revealing a conspiracy that reaches the highest levels of the military. Masters' confession is a sham, a coerced lie to bury the truth. The real attacker was an expert with a Russian Makarov PM, a skill Leroy recognizes from his time as a POW in Korea. This wasn't a random assault, it was a test. General Shaw needed to see if Leroy's supposed fearlessness was real. But the question remains, who were the men in the masks? The evidence is circumstantial but damning. Empty Budweiser cans sit next to a gas mask in Leroy's file, and Dick Hallorann and his friends are seen drinking that exact beer. Dick, the man with the shining, gives Leroy a knowing wink, the same signal he'd later use with Danny Torrance. It's a compelling thread, suggesting Hallorann is not just a passive observer, but an active, if reluctant, participant in Project Precept. He is the dowsing rod for a horror he already understands, forced to use his gift for a military agenda he may not fully control. Project Precept is the series' biggest revelation, and it changes everything we know about the battle against it. This is not a story about kids versus a clown. It's about the U.S. military attempting to weaponize a cosmic evil. Shaw's objective is to find a weapon buried in Derry, one that creates debilitating fear. He's not describing a nuke, he's describing it. The military believes they can locate and control the entity, turning it against the Soviets in a terrifying new Cold War gambit. The beacons they're digging up, the old car from the Bradley Gang massacre, baseball uniforms, other mundane objects, are not the weapon itself. They are psychic breadcrumbs, artifacts soaked in the traumatic energy of its past feasts. Each dig site is another of Derry's buried sins, and Dick Hallorann's shine is the key to finding them. This reframes the entire conflict. The Losers Club fought it with childhood belief and courage. The military is trying to fight it with science, exploitation, and a man they've surgically or traumatically altered to feel no fear. It's a doomed, arrogant mission, and the presence of Native Americans silently watching the dig sites suggests they know the true, ancient scale of the evil these men are foolishly trying to harness. While the military plays with forces it cannot comprehend, the human cause continues to mount. Veronica and Lily face their personalized torments, their fears weaponized with cruel precision. For Veronica, it's the ghost of her mother, preying on the guilt of a death she blames herself for. For Lily, it's the grotesque pickle dad, a monstrous reflection of her father's industrial death. These aren't just jump scares. They are intimate violations, proving its power is in psychological evisceration. And in the face of this, the town's machinery of betrayal grinds on. Lily, threatened with a return to the nightmare of Juniper Hill Asylum, is coerced into throwing an innocent man, Hank, to the wolves. She is sacrificed to maintain the town's fragile, bloody status quo. The episode ends with Lily back in the system, Veronica isolated, the military digging, and the Hanlon family teetering on the edge of an abyss. The stage is set for a collision not between good and evil, but between ignorant ambition and an ancient, hungry truth. The traps are all set. Now we wait for the screaming to start.